It's time for Artist Direct on KDEC FM 100.5, your local connection to the music scene. Today's program is made possible by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco.
Ye fleeting charms of earth, farewell, your springs of joy are dry. My soul now seeks another home, a brighter world on high. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. Farewell, kind friends whose tender care has long engaged my love. Your fond embrace I now exchange for better friends above. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body down. I'm a long time traveling here below. I'm a long time traveling away from home. I'm a long time traveling here below to lay this body, lay this body, lay this body down.
It's Artist Direct here on FM 100.5, and we have in studio with us this morning Damsel Fly. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Or formerly known as Miss Haversham. I think at one time we were talking about you guys a lot, and then you guys had the name change. So let's first of all go through everyone that's here. Do you guys want to introduce yourself and what instrument you play?
Okay, I'm Ingrid Rado, and I play guitar and sing as well.
I'm Rose Reed Maxfield. I play the bass and cello, and I sing.
I'm Ida Rado, and then I play the banjo.
I'm Cassie Missledine, and I play the mandolin. And
Fair enough. And I have to point out, as Ida's croaking through her introduction, right, that you guys have been singing like straight for, 7-8 days, something like that, on your big Wisconsin tour?
Yeah.
So how was the tour?
It was great. It was fabulous.
Where did you go, Ingrid?
We started in Dubuque. We went from Decorah down to Dubuque, and then I made our way up through Oshkosh and Appleton down to Plymouth, which is by Sheboygan, and then up to Washington Island, where Rose had family, and then down to Fish Creek and Viroqua, and then home.
Very
Yikes!
cool.
That's a lot of miles. That's one end of the state to the other and back again.
In a week. In a week. Rose, I should ask you, if you have family up there, had they heard you perform as this group before?
Yeah, they heard us earlier this fall at Karen Misseldine's benefit.
Yes.
But we, this was the first time they heard us where they could really hear us, because that time there was, we were acoustic and there was lots of other background noise going and stuff.
And what was the response?
They loved us. It was a really welcoming crowd there. It was really great.
That's cool.
Okay, so this is the first extended series of dates together, traveling in some type of vehicle across the state of Wisconsin for 10 days at a time. You're still speaking to each other this morning. Okay, so I imagine that overall this is a good sign.
Yes.
Right?
Well, and we should talk about this. Ida, I should ask you. You guys have. I have a picture from your graduation, which just happened this spring, right? Where and I'd seen it on Facebook a few years before, of the four of you sitting in front of the co-op in Decorah.
Yeah.
How old were you in that picture?
Oh gosh, were we 12? Something like that.
And you guys have you known each other since? I know you two have, but have you known each other since birth?
Ingrid and I have known each other since birth, and then Rose came along when she was 3 or something like that, and then Cassie when she was 5 or 6.
So about the time since you were like 5 or 6 years old, you have known each other, and it seems that you guys spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you ever have aspirations as like 7-year-old Cassie going, you guys, we should start a band someday. I mean, when did this come up?
Well, it started when we were, 8 or something like that. We actually started this little group called the Animal Rescue Squad because we wanted to save animals.
I'm sorry, but that's so Dora the Explorer, right? It's like,
but I think it started, we saved a caterpillar off the road. And then we had some benefit concerts for different animal organizations we had one when we were maybe 10, and then the next year also. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
And lots of people came, and it was really fun. We made a couple $100 to send to the animals.
and we saved the caterpillars.
Yes. So you've been singing together for all these years. When did you all start harmonizing?
Probably, I don't know. There's not a specific time, I guess, that we remember, just because the community around here is so so supportive and welcoming of kids just trying new things, and so everybody's just kind of supported in trying things like harmony all through childhood and things.
It's one thing to sing together as a group of 4 girls, but then to harmonize and to nail it the way you guys do. I mean, seriously. I mean, people are talking about the way you sing and how right on your harmonies are. I mean, has it taken a lot of practice? Is it just kind of happened? Do you guys just kind of have it together?
I don't know. I think it just kind of happens with just from being together so much and singing together so much. We're just kind of used to the singing together.
We try out a new song and go, okay, well now let's try it through again. Well, we'll do it just with the melody and instruments, and then try it through again and say, okay, now let's a couple of us try and do a couple harmonies, and then we just do it again. And
do you guys stick with the same parts, or do you switch around who sings the high part and who sings the low part?
We pretty much stay the same, but it switches a little bit sometimes.
Okay, so who sings what generally? Who's on top? Who's on the bottom in terms of harmony structure?
Usually, Cassie's usually on the lower part because she has a nice low voice, and the rest of us, Ida and Rose and I, kind of switch off between melody and high harmony.
And you had mentioned community, and that's one of the interesting things I think about the 4 of you growing up together, and 2 of you being family, and knowing what I know of your musical sort of backgrounds of the different families, how music is incorporated into your daily lives, and into even how you guys were schooled. Were all of you homeschooled?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so did you homeschool together as a group?
Yes.
Or were you separate? Okay. So how did that affect what you do together now, both maybe in terms of your music, but also just how you hang out with each other?
Well, I guess a lot of our time when we were younger, so we would do scheduled schooling as homeschoolers, but then also have a lot of time where we were like, okay, we have this time, and what are we going to do together? And then you're left kind of on your own to figure out what you're going to do with your time, and so then having that together and making up new things to do together all the time, I think. Helps you have fun and helps you know each other a lot better. And
do you think homeschool affected your creative natures, or would you have been this creative regardless?
Oh, who knows? I guess.
I think it helped. I think the homeschooling helped with the whole figuring out what you want to do and being creative and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Who was, I read about singing at the dinner table, singing table grace.
Yeah.
And who was it who said that their family did that?
I think that was me, but we all do quite a bit of that, I think, with our families.
When I brought my wife home to meet my folks for the first time and we sang table grace, her mouth, she was like, what the heck is going on here? Because some families it's just a part of what you do, and for some families that's just totally foreign.
Well, we don't sing table grace at our house. I've seen it, but we do sing opera about the macaroni that's on the table. It's a little different, but there is something about being able to have that meal start with just a lovely, peaceful, and harmonic.
In terms of harmonies, that's families who sing their prayers at the dinner table often harmonize. So there's just another background piece that comes together for it.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. How did again? We're speaking with Damsel Fly, and Damsel Fly just kicked off their world tour in Wisconsin. They ended up in Fish Creek, and any tour that goes to Fish Creek has got to be a good one. And Damsel Fly, actually, we should mention before we go on with a few more questions and hear another song here is that you guys actually have an event, and I want to make sure people know. We'll describe it again, but Cassie, will you tell us about it?
Well, it's our homecoming concert, and it's also a CD release party, sort of. And it's at 7:30 tonight.
And where will
at the
you
Elks
be?
Club.
At the Elks. Perfect. And what do people need to know in terms of price or?
$5. I think it's $5 for adults, $3 for kids. Unless you buy a CD, then you get in free.
Well, there you go. David Grouse. He already texted me, buy a CD. So, we're in, baby. Hey, listen, let's do another song while we're talking about this. A track titled New York City. Who can tell me about this song?
We learned it from They Might Be Giants, but it's actually by this band that we've never heard of called Cub. It's some girl punk rock band or something. And it's one of the 2 songs that we do about New York City, which is funny because none of us have ever been there. But it's a fun song.
Well, now we know where the next tour is going, from Fish Creek to the Rockefeller Center. This is a track entitled New York City. And again, we're listening to Damsel Fly here on Artist Direct FM 100.5. And did you guys arrange this? Or is it done?
Yeah,
we were also just listening to the recording of it on the way home yesterday, or what was it, the day before, and realized we had changed a couple of the words by accident. So I guess
that's okay. It's called artistic license. It's Damsel Fly right here on Artist Direct FM 100.5.
You called me last night on the telephone, and I was glad to hear from you, 'cause I was all alone. You said it's snowing, God, I hate this weather. Now I walk through blizzards just to get us back together. We met in the springtime at a rock and roll show, and it was on the Bowery when it was time to go. We kissed on the subway in the middle of the night. I held your hand, you held mine. It was the best night of my life. 'Cause everyone's your friend in New York City, and everything looks beautiful when you're young and pretty. The streets are paved with diamonds and there's just so much to see. But the best thing about New York City is you and me. Statue of Liberty, Staten Island Ferry, Co-op City, Kansas, Tiffany, Central Park, Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State where Dylan lives, Coney Island and Times Square, Rockefeller Center, wish I was there. You wrote me a letter just the other day. You said springtime is coming soon, so why don't you come to stay? I packed my stuff, got on the bus, I can't believe it's true. I'm 3 days from New York City and I'm 3 days from you. 'Cause everyone's your friend in New York City, and everything looks beautiful when you're young and pretty. The streets are paved with diamonds and there's just so much to see. But the best thing about New York City is you and me. 'Cause everyone's your friend in New York City, and everything looks beautiful when you're young and pretty. The streets are paved with diamonds and there's just so much to see. But the best thing about New York City is you and me.
That's New York City by Damsel Fly, originally by Cub, also done by They Might Be Giants. But I think we like this version the best. Artist Direct, by the way, brought to you by Holstrom Jewelers on Elm Street in Cresco, and we really appreciate their support of live, regional, local, fun music. And don't forget, you will be able to see Damsel Fly tonight for their CD release party at the Elks. We'll give you more information again on that at the end of the program here. But so again, we have, let me go through this, Ingrid Rotto, Rose Reed Maxfield, Ida Rotto, and Cassie Misseldine, all in studio, all a part of Damsel Fly. And you guys are how all, at what age?
18, and then I'm 19.
Good, I covered it. I said between 17 and 19. I was like, I'm covering my bases here. But
when you all switched to the name Damsel Fly a few years back, was that the ingenious invention of somebody amongst your quartet here? Or did you
why
pull
did you
that name
switch from Miss Aversham to...
Well, Ida and I sort of had a brainstorm with our parents in a car
we were in a
drive
car
down to
and we were seeing
Madison.
all the road signs being like, okay, let's be Exit. No, what? I forget.
Exit 72.
Yeah, no passing zone.
We came up with Damsel Dog, like DAWG, which we thought was a really good idea. But then we told Ingrid and Rose, and they were like, what?
No way.
Damsel
We knew
Dog.
we had to change it, and the sound jam wasn't really working because
No, nobody said it right.
It's a reference to a character from the book Great Expectations,
Right.
but no one had read the book. And then people who had was like, what does that creepy old lady have to do with you guys?
Oh, that's so funny. It's, band naming is hard, isn't it?
It's difficult.
Were there any like tense moments where someone really liked one and the other was like,
Cassie
no
and I
way.
really liked Damsel Dog.
Makes me think of a yoga pose. I'm like, Damsel Dog and Randy Jackson from American Idol. Yo, dog.
So we've got this new CD, and we're gonna have a chance to pick up copies of it tonight. How was the recording process? How'd you guys do in the studio?
It was really
Really
fun.
fun. Yeah, it was great. We had a blast. It was a really different experience than just playing together because we were all, in our little separate rooms with headphones and looking at each other through the glass and stuff. And it took a little bit to get used to, but it was really, really fun. And it was just fun to be able to hear yourself so well in the headphones and stuff.
Did you all play simultaneously? Did you lay down one track at a time? How did it work?
We all played at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And where did you go to do this?
We went to Catamount Recording Studios in Cedar Falls.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous setup over there.
Yeah.
Was it intimidating when you walked in?
Yeah, a little bit. We were all going, oh crap, how are we going to do this? And we ended up doing maybe 2 takes or 3 takes and then going in and listening in the room and being like, okay, are we going to take that one or not? And then going back out and doing it again. And yeah, eventually we got so that it wasn't quite as nerve-wracking.
And how long did the process take you for this whole album?
We did it in one day.
Yep.
But it was a whole day.
Yeah.
My fingers were really hurting at the end of the day.
I bet they were.
Yeah,
I bet they
We
were.
saw there was some little finger spray in one of the drawers of the room saying pain reliever for your fingers for all the people recording.
I didn't know there was that.
I know.
I'm
I hadn't
going to
seen
buy some. Again, I want to find out about, we want to make sure people know about your concert tonight and your event tonight and your CD release, but I also want to make sure that if someone can't come tonight, so say someone that's going out of town tonight, can we get your album some other way?
Yeah. Oh shoot! How was
Yeah,
that?
I'm just right after this. I'm going to bring down CDs to the Co-op and to Kephart, so they'll be for
Great.
sale there. Yeah.
And Decorah. And then at any point, will you guys be starting to send these to iTunes or CD Baby or any of those places? Or are you going to get them on? Are you going to get your MySpace page and your Facebook page and your band page?
We have a Facebook page, but that's just about it. We'll see if anything else ends up ever happening. We're not super tech savvy. But
So I have to ask, because you just enjoy the music and that's what artists do. Who pushed you to do the tour? And who helped you make the tour happen?
well, last year, it was probably mid last year when we were going, hey, we should figure out how to do a tour, and we weren't really sure that it would happen and anything. But then as it got closer to the summer, we were going, okay, are we gonna make it happen or not? And my mom ended up volunteering. Liz Rogg ended up saying, well, I can book. I'll try and book a tour for you guys. And she had never done it before, so but she went at it.
But
and
if anyone's going to do it, she can do
yeah,
it. Right?
seriously. So yeah, she put it all together for us and got us wonderful places to stay and great venues to play at. So it was lovely. Yeah.
So how did the tour change? Was there any difference from opening night to the final show you all played in terms of how it went for you, how easy it was, or did it become easier as it went on, or was it harder to play after 7 nights?
It was. I think it got easier and easier.
And funner.
Yeah, more fun.
Funner is not a word.
Yeah,
That's a good
before we
sign.
had just done probably, a concert and then a couple months in between, or at least a couple weeks, and so there's never the time to really get comfortable with being up there, and so
Yeah, there's lots of time for getting nervous again.
What was the most random thing that happened while you were on tour? Did any sort of strange event?
lots of okay. This was the first day, I think, and we were driving down the road. We were still getting going, and I'm like, okay, here we go. I wonder how this is gonna work. And we were driving down the road, and we see this bull kind of just like, galloping down. I wasn't even on the road yet. It was just like down this hill, and we were thinking, of course, it's inside of a fence. And we're driving and driving and driving, and pretty soon we see that it just jumps over the small 3-foot fence that was there and goes onto the road, and we're all going, oh crap, we're going to hit a bull on the first day.
No, is that a
We didn't,
Well, I know
thankfully.
when a black cat crosses your path, there's a thing, but what happens when a bull crosses your path?
Maybe it's good luck.
I was gonna
because
say,
the rest of our trip was pretty great.
There you go.
And one more question.
Bullish.
You guys have known each other since you were very young, but you hadn't spent 10 days together on an event like this before.
Yeah.
You don't have to share specifics, but did you learn anything about each other that you didn't know before you left on this event?
I don't think so.
We got really, I mean, we were already really used to being together, but I know yesterday was the first day in 9 days that we hadn't seen each other all the time, and I had to call Cassie and be like, I miss you!
That's disgusting.
We live like 5 blocks away from each other.
This is what I love about you guys. I joke. It's Damsel Fly again. Gals, it's so great to have you in, and it's so wonderful that you get to share your music in the town that we live in, and it's very exciting for us, but we're glad that you're branching out and letting other people hear your sound, and just to see how you guys work together. It's pretty cool.
So there, on the CD that is going to be available starting tonight, there are a variety of covers. There are a variety of traditional arrangements that you guys have done. I mean, you've got some James Taylor, some Lennon McCartney stuff on here, some traditional folk stuff, and then this is I would call this one of your signature arrangements here, because I've heard you guys sing this a couple times. So we're gonna leave with your version of Clementine.
And again, you'll be at the Elks tonight, 7:30.
7:30, yep.
$7:30, $5 for adults, $3 for kids. Go and check out the new CD release party for Damsel Fly tonight. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
In a cavern, in a canyon, excavating for a mine, dwelt a miner, 49er, and his daughter. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine, you are lost and gone forever, dreadful sorry Clementine. Like she was and like a fairy, and her shoes were number 9. Carrying boxes without topses, sandals were for Clementine. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine.
listening to Artist Direct, presented by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco. Catch Artist Direct again next week, right here on FM 100.5 KDEC.